Hi guys, this is Dietitian Cathryn here, and welcome. Thank you so much for watching. I wanted to answer a question that Peggy Chesser asked on Facebook. And Peggy, that was a really good question. I'm really glad you asked it. And in fact, it was kind of hard because you gave me absolutely no loopholes. Your question was, what can someone daily eliminate from their diet? What would I suggest that someone daily eliminate from their diet? Not that something that someone should reduce. There's lots of those things, but what should someone actually eliminate? So there were no qualifiers in that one. So I had to think about it. I had a first reaction, and then I had to think about it. And the one that I came up with might differ from other dietitians. You ask any dietitian, you'll get a different answer. But the one that I really believe you should eliminate from your daily diet is high fructose corn syrup. Now, there's probably a collective groan. You guys are probably thinking, oh no, she's doing the whole high fructose corn syrup bandwagon thing. I used to not really believe how sabotaging this could be to your health. But as I've gotten a little more into the research of it, I realized it really can make a huge difference to your health. So here's the download on fructose, high fructose corn syrup. Okay, so there's different types of sugars. There's glucose, there's fructose. I'm going to focus on those two. So glucose is highly regulated in your body. Glucose is your brain's food specifically. So your body knows, God has designed your body to know that glucose needs to be regulated all throughout the metabolism in your body from start to finish, from when you ingest it to when it's used. It's very regulated, okay, very controlled, because your brain needs it. So your body needs to know what glucose is doing all throughout that process. Things can go wrong, but just know it's highly regulated. Fructose, on the other hand, is not as highly regulated. It's still a sugar, but it's not as highly regulated as glucose. So that means that when you eat an excess of it, it kind of backloads and piles up, and the only place for it to really go is fat, unfortunately. So when you eat a all fruit smoothie and then you have some ketchup and ice cream and a soda and all that kind of stuff, it builds up in your body and it can actually go towards fat. Now here's the kicker. You have two types of fat that I'm going to focus on. You have something called white fat and you have something called brown fat. Okay, white fat is the fat you don't want. It's typically located around your abdomen. That's what central obesity is made out of. This is stuff you don't want. It holds on to toxins. It actually can secrete hormones like estrogen. If you have excess of that fat, you can have some serious estrogen production, which messes up the cascade of all of your other hormones. So that has a problem with the white fat, okay? We don't want a lot of it. Brown fat, on the other hand, is a metabolic fat. I won't go into all the details because it's kind of sciencey, nerdy, geeky. But just know that brown fat actually is brown because it has mitochondria in it. Mitochondria are inside most of your body's cells, and they are responsible for energy production. So when you say you made energy, that's what made it, is the mitochondria. When all the physiological processes came down to it, mitochondria made your energy. So your brown fat has mitochondria in it, and that means that it can actually burn some calories, right? There's other benefits to it, but just know, metabolically speaking, this is a good thing. Brown fat's a good thing. Well, here's the deal with high fructose corn syrup and where it comes into play. High fructose corn syrup goes towards fat, but it doesn't go towards brown fat. It goes towards white fat. And not only does it go towards white fat, it suppresses your brown fat. So it's kind of a double whammy. What really makes high fructose corn syrup insidious is the fact that it's everywhere. I mean, I'm looking at stuff in my kitchen. It's in here, which is such a pity because it's so good. It's in most of your ketchups. And actually, someone just gave this to me the other day. It's in here. Corn syrup solids are in here in this coffee. if you start checking labels, it's in fruit, it's in sports drinks, it's in nutrition bars. I mean, it's everywhere. So that's what's really sneaky and insidious about high fructose corn syrup, is that it's everywhere. So if you eliminated that out of your diet, think of how many things would change for the better. Now, it's a little freaky because that means you have to look for a different ketchup. It might be more expensive. You have to look for a different soy sauce. Coffee, what if this is your favorite coffee that you love? I mean, it does require a lot of change, but I think it's absolutely worth it. There are other alternatives to this kind of stuff. I am going to post a couple of alternatives. I am going to post a recipe for homemade ketchup. It's only 5 ingredients long. I'm going to post 2 recipes for that. So it's with everything you have in your cupboard right now, and it's with very few ingredients. So you can make it at home. You can even freeze it if you want. If you don't want to try to fork out the money and buy like the organic ketchup and stuff like that. So I will try to assist you in making some of those changes. And I hope you have learned something as to why I said high fructose corn syrup is something you should eliminate. I'm working on eliminating it from my cupboard in my life. I think if you have a choice to make, it would be a good one to try to eliminate. So let me know what you think. Let me know if this was new to you, if you learned something, and also how it's going, eliminating high fructose corn syrup. See you next time.